Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory for the praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Divine honors to our apostle, elder bishop, great millstone, rule well, teacher, and sound doctrine, peace, citation to the hopeful elect. All right, the 144,000 and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, that the Lord will have mercy on these perilous times, many dangerous times that we're currently living in. It's your brother HAQADASH, representing GMS branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing to bring out an edifying lesson straight to the point. And as you can see, man, I had to do this lesson over again. The whole thing I just did wasn't even recording, bro. But that's what comes with the territory, right? All right, so here you see on the screen, Elon's chilling prediction. Tesla billionaire claims all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun and shares his visions to colonize Mars, okay? Now, to colonize Mars, right? Let's look up this word, colonize, right? So we're flowing through the spirit, you know. I just hate the fact that I'm going to have to reread this whole damn thing. Or maybe not. Let's see how the spirit take me this time. Let's see. Colonization. No matter of fact, let's type this in. What happens when someone colonizes something? Let's see what they give us. It says when someone colonizes something, they take control over a land, area, or domain, often one that is already inhabited or unclaimed, and establish their own rule, culture, or presence there. Here's what typically happens during colonization depending on the context. Historical colonization. And they give you a bullet points and numbers. Occupation of land, a country or group moves into a new territory. Control established. They set up governance, laws, and economic systems. Exploitation of resources, natural resources, and labor are used to benefit the colonizing power. Cultural impact. The colonizers are often impose their language, religion, and customs, leading to cultural erosion or assimilation. Resistance and conflict. Local population often resist, leading to uprisings or long-term conflict, right? In which, in a sense, we're going to colonize the colonizer based off the definition. You know, just not in the way he did it, right? So, it says space colonization, exploration, settlement, resource use, self-sufficiency. Scientists or explorers scout planets or moons for inhabitability. Humans build habits and infrastructure to live and work. They may use local materials like mining Mars on the moon. Long-term colonies aim to support themselves without constant resupply from Earth. So this guy here, he says he claims life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. Okay, you know, and shares his vision to colonize Mars. Well, first and foremost, the scriptures say, it said in a couple places, this is Ecclesiastes 1:4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. See? The generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So this guy says that claims all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun and shares his vision to colonize Mars. And I pulled that precept as well because it says he's on the right here. It says he's on a mission to save humanity. When we jump down, let's go. I'm not gonna read all of it like I did the first time. Just breathe. Eventually, all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. Sun is gradually expanding, so we do at some point need to be a multi-planet civilization because Earth will be incinerated. But it says Earth will abide forever, so therefore the people will be here as well. The scripture says there is no end to all the people, right? This is the earth. The earth is, get that. The earth belongs to Yahawah, man. This is come on now, Isaiah 66:1. Thus say Yahawah, the heaven is my throne, and the earth, not Mars, the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me, and where is the place of my rest? So what is this guy talking about? The earth is always going to be here, all right? And if it's the Lord's footstool, the people will be here as well, all right? It says, if the resupply ships are necessary for Mars to survive, then we have not created life insurance. It says, sources say the inventor is purposely trying to populate the planet because he is convinced that civilization is going to crumble unless highly intelligent people like him start having more kids. Oh my goodness. All right, whether Elon Musty is an Edomite or not, I believe he's an Edomite, but he could be a heathen. He could be, you know, the point is that, you know, he's still not an Israelite. All right. And the fact of the matter is that what? He's not intelligent at all. It said the knowledge of this world is foolishness with the Most High. He has knowledge based off this world. And then he steals everything. Tesla, his pride and joy is actually from an Israelite. Tesla, his name is Tesla, right? I forget his whole name. And he invented the things that some of the majority of the things Elawn is taking credit for, man. But let's continue. It says a legion was a military unit used by the Roman army that featured upwards of 5,000 soldiers, right? A legion, like a legion of demons, but, you know, a legion is thousands of entities, all right, in one format. Like one person can have thousands of demons on them, all right? And that would be the format, the human, all right? This format was the army. It says Musk is convinced that mankind's very survival was threatened by a dwindling population, and he said to have resolved to seed the earth with more human beings of high intelligence. He really wants smart people to have kids, so he encouraged me too. So yeah. So this is funny because it's his bloodline and his family that's dying off. Okay, it's not us. Hey, you know, we're being oppressed, right? We're being oppressed as a people. It tell you in Exodus 1 that anytime Israel was afflicted, what happened? This is Exodus 1 and 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So we're not having a problem of multiplying. It's you having a problem of multiplying. A brother said earlier, a video I was listening to about I think it was the elder brothers in Cali, right? I forgot who exactly said it, but they was talking about how Esau, you go to Esau neighborhoods, there's no children outside. All his children are grown because they're not having kids. Okay? And it's him with the birth decay, if that makes sense. Right? He's not having children. You see? You don't go to Esau neighborhoods and see children playing outside. It's always you know, just the yard and big yards and the big houses and no blinds, and you don't see kids outside playing. When they said it, I said, damn, that is right. You know, in Jake neighborhoods, any Jake neighborhood, rather, you know, you see kids, man. You see children. You know, so it's the one. He's the one that's dying off. All right, he says again. Eventually, all life on earth will be destroyed by the sun. That's not true. Okay, that's not true. Your life will be destroyed by the sun, and not the S-U-N son, the S-O-N son, the son of Yahweh, man, whose name is YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, and he's trying to do away with the Lord's creation, cause like in the first video that didn't have no sound, the Spirit had me pull Genesis 1. Okay, the Lord said everything is good that He created. Okay. The HALALYAM was with YAHAWASHI in the heavens, creating the very things that we see. And here, this devil was saying that it's not good. Okay, he's saying that it's corrupt, it's error to it, but it's only error because it is. Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is He? It's because the wicked is in rulership right now. Okay, He governs the earth. He controls the minds of the people. He make the laws, regulations. We just read what colonizer mean, man. Right? To colonize, what it means for someone. What happens when someone colonizes something? He establishes his own, his rule, his laws, his governance, his economic system. This is what you put here on Earth, and you want to go to Mars and do the same thing? What are you talking about, man? You know? Hey, the scriptures say, where's it at? Let me see. Hold on, bear with me. Having a brain fart right now. Shit bugged out. I had to look it up real quick. Psalms 49:11. Couldn't think for nothing. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So they think that that their houses shall continue forever. Okay, and the other planets in the universe are deemed as houses as well. They're deemed as mansions. The different galaxies and the different planets. Okay. Those are promised to the Israelites, man. All right, these are promised to the Lord's elect. This is St. John 14:2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you I go to prepare a place for you. All right. So, and it says, if I go and prepare a place for you, verse 3, John 14:3, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whether I go, ye know, and the way ye know. So the place that is being presented or prepared for us is in the heavens. All right, this goes past the earth's Van Island, how you say it, the belt. Okay, the protective layer that keeps man in. Okay, that Esau can't penetrate, as he claims. Right, he's never been in the moon. Okay, he's never been to the moon. These things are promised to the Israelites. Because why? Because they're promised to YAHAWASHI. This is the Lord's doing, man. All right, these houses, right? And he think his house should continue forever. He think he's going to inhabit the other planets and be able to inherit. Because when we live on these other planets, that's the blessing. That's the covenant. A part of the covenant is immortality. Well, immortality is going to eventually fill up Earth. So you're going to need an expanded universe. It's an article that says what? This is just I typed in the universe is expanding. It says the AI overview, the universe is indeed expanding. Why is it expanding? Because we're getting closer to the end. and it's getting closer to our beginning. And we multiply and dominate the earth in affliction, how much more in prosperity and immortality? Okay, the universe is indeed expanding, a discovery made by Edwin Hubble in 1920. You see, it says this expansion is not just a statistic growth of space, but rather the space itself is stretching, causing galaxies to move farther apart. Observations of distant galaxies show that the more distant they are, the faster they are receding, confirming this expansion. And there you go, because we're going to inhabit them. We're going to be able to manipulate the elements. We're going to be dominant over the elements of the universe, man. Bestowed upon us on behalf of YAHAWASHI, the power bestowed upon us is from him. So again, this article reads Elon's chilling prediction. Tesla billionaire claims all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun and shares his vision to colonize Mars, man. All right, and he's trying to go to another planet to set up, to spread his wickedness, man. They tell you that evils will multiply on the earth because of the devices that come into it. All right. His plans, anything outside of the plans of YAHAWASHI, all right, brings evil. Okay. 2 Edges 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there were perilous danger because of the devices, schemes and plots and plans that were coming into it. Okay. So this earth has been corrupted because of the schemes and the mechanisms and the plots and plans and wrongdoings and sin that has entered into it, man. Okay, there's no expansion, right? The Lord said, though you build, I will throw down. This is read this first, Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right? He's boasting, saying he's going to expand to Mars when the Lord said you had an end. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, right? That's the American, that's the Roman's way, right? He's always had the eagle as his emblem, right? In Roman Empire, and as well as the Roman Empire 2.0, which is America. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, you see, he's trying to set his nest among the stars, right? Whether it's Israel physically, or whether it's Israel's habitation, whether it's Israel's blessing, or promises in the planets, in the things in the outer realms and the universe, is promised to Israel because it's promised to YAHAWASHI. So though thou set thy nest among the stars, right? He put his knowledge, his satellites into the heavens, right? That's his nest, his wisdom. He trying to spread forth more of his wickedness, which is not wisdom at all. Thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. The Lord is going to bring thee down, man. Okay, you're boasting against YAHAWASHI. What are you doing, stupid? You know? This is Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to you. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. Yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, this is how he thinks. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. As this guy, as you see here. Thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, the power of armies, power of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi have an indignation, righteous anger forever. See? And you're the border. You're the start and finish of what all wickedness embodies. Okay? You're the vessel fitted for destruction, as the scriptures say. There's no expanding to Mars. There's no colonizing Mars. The Lord is not going to allow you to destroy a whole nother planet again. Okay? That would never happen again. Because first, you will have to capture the Israelites. Okay? And then everything can go into subjection, because we govern and we created the things you see through the power and spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. We were handed a blueprint. And the Allahayim created the things you see with YAHAWASHI, man. And that's why the Spirit had me grab Genesis 1. Matter of fact, St. John 1. In the beginning was the Word, which is Yahawashi. Verse 14. And the Word was with powers, and the Word was a power. The same was in the beginning with the powers, the Allahayim. Okay, that us make man as our image. This is a group of entities responsible for the things we see, the creation we see. Yahawashi is the only creation by the Father Himself, and then Yahawashi created everything you see. That's why He said, "I'm the first and the last." Okay, because He is. Okay. and that heat that's coming, the sun that's gonna burn these people up is the ICBM missiles, man. Right? That's the sun that they're talking about. They equate the ICBM missiles. It says ICBMs, especially during re-entry or the detonation of their warheads, can produce temperatures far exceeding those of the sun's core. So this is what's gonna burn man up. It says A1 megaton nuclear weapon, for example, can reach about 100 million degrees Celsius. This is Esau's future, being hit by 200 million missiles, ICBM missiles, man. For example, can reach about 100 million degrees Celsius, 4 to 5 times hotter than the sun's core, which they don't know how hot the sun is. This devil just be talking shit. The fireball from a nuclear explosion can be incredibly bright and hot, even at a distance, causing severe burns and fires. And that's his future. A bright sun. Let me see. You see? That's why I said the stars of heaven fell. When these ICBMs fall, man, look at that. It looked like a sun is in the sky. It's gonna scorch, man, with fire, man. It looked like the sun is falling. It says North Korea launches ICBM in show of force against U.S. And it looked like the sun in the background, but that's a missile. So this is the sun that's gonna burn these people up, man. That's why I say that, and they say that in Revelation 16. And I'll close with this, Revelation 16 and 5. And I heard the angel of the water say, "Thou art righteous, O Lord, which art and was and shall be, because thou hast judged us. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy." And I heard another out of the altar say, "Even so, Lord, power, true and righteous are thy judgments." And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch man with fire. And man was scorched with great heat, and blaspheming the name of Yahawah, which have power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed the power of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. You see? And that great fire that's coming to this place is by way of ICBM missiles, also via concentrated laser beams from the chariots that the angels would be driving, man. So ain't no life on Earth being destroyed by the sun, and it ain't no colonizing Mars, man. You see? You're going to be cut off. Low you build, the Lord will throw you down. Okay? He's going to cut your posterity off. And he's going to scorch you with that fire that you desire. Okay? The fire that you desire is the missiles, man. All right? Your desire is to death. And so therefore you will receive your desire through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Lord willing, is edifying. A quick little lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise and worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honor to our apostle, Elder Bishop, Great Millstone, peace, citation to the elect. Hey, Shalom, Konya Shalom, and Bible Bowl. Shalom.